We did it, y'all. We're here. We're here. Guys, the chat is sad. It is a sad scene in here. We've got ePortsy, shout out ePortsy, tears of rent seekers instead of coffee this morning. What else we got? Good news. This is some real glass half full shit. Good news is we can't go lower than $1 in value. Where's Beamer at? Cry in the coffee Tuesday. Guys, in CT, I already shared this, but we get in muscle relaxed mic this morning. No, we toughened it out, and we're feeling all right today. So we're on coffee number 2. We got $4 floors holding. Sawyer's up in here, guys. I'm feeling John Weingart's here too. Hey, Pacers win last night. We're gonna get into that. We guys, I get it, right? Oh, so yeah, shout out. We get a little scary Terry love today. We love to see that. That's when I like the Celtics. Hey, first and foremost, come on now. Let's take a little sip. Sponsor me, you cowards. All right. Let's get into some stuff. We get a lot of fun stuff today outside of the market. So the market is a disaster right now. I got a text from Dustin at 2 a.m. Eastern time. That was just a photo of PJ, the PJ Washington 35K moment at $2. So that's since gone up, thank God, because PJ at $2 is a crime, absolute crime. But yeah, the market's not great right now. I think a lot of people are the throwdowns weren't hitting right. We'll go over the throwdowns after we go into the action, but let's go over a little bit of business here. Like the stream, obviously, subscribe, obviously, all of those things. But more importantly, tonight, the 89 Cavs are back. So if you love the NBA and you're like, I need to take a break from Top Shot and just talk basketball, the 89 Cavs podcast is tonight at 7:30 Eastern, where it's 3 comedians just shooting the shit about basketball. Tomorrow night, the whole gang's back. We're giving away that ePortsy Zion Williamson. We're giving away probably close to 10 moments tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be a freaking party because that's what we have to do after the market does something like that. We'll talk about that more later. Let's get into some sports. Yeah, WestGod, Mr. Trip Dub. Shout out Russ last night. Just a big ball in Russ. I forgot Beal was out too because I was like, man, it's too bad they didn't win that game. But like, whatever. Hawks are good. Yeah, I forgot. Greg did show us. He jumped on like right as we ended the stream, and he showed us all of everybody tweeting at him, and it was just beautiful stuff. All right, let's get into some of the hoops from last night. We had, not a ton of barn burners, but we had some good moments. Let's share that screen. Yeah, what are we drinking tomorrow? Well, yeah, what should we be drinking tomorrow? I don't know. We might go whiskey tomorrow, I think. All right, let's share this bad boy. Let's get into it. Yeah, hey guys, like the stream if you haven't yet. Let's get these numbers up today. All right, here we go. We're looking at it. Also, I want to shout out the Discord because the Discord was popping this morning. It got my brain cooking early, which I like. All right, first things first. Let's get some hoops going. Pacers Cavs 111-102. Sabonis with shout out the no dunks with some big old beef. 21 points, 20 boards, 9 assists. Like Sabonis, big time. Again, he's like $8, right? I feel like no one likes to spend money on Domantas Sabonis, but I do. Let's take a look. $4 for that 35K. The 15K is $7. Where's that Top Shot debut? It is 109, sitting at a frisky 109. Karras had 20 and 10 last night. On the Cavs side of things, Sexton did his normal thing where he scored 25 plus. But again, I'm gonna point out Okoro, right? And again, I think Garland sat last night, so more offensive usage. But here's the thing: Okoro's big. Oh wait, why did I search Giannis? I didn't mean to do that. Okoro's big knock, right, was that. And we've said this before, that his offensive lacking quite a bit. This is another game now where 22 and 10, man. 22 and 10 for Okoro is, I like it. So his metallic gold for series 2 with 2 badges is 260, whatever. More intrigued by his first moment all the way down to 70, which again, it feels like, and we can talk more about this later, but it feels like we're going to see more of a dip before it comes up, especially for teams that aren't going to make the playoffs and are just going to go straight to the offseason. And his throwdown is sitting around 83. So Okoro is someone, I don't know. I'm very interested interested in his long-term value. I think it's one of those things where I don't know. I don't think there's a super high floor to it, so there's definitely risk involved. But I don't know. He's sticking out a little bit. Yeah, I like Sawyer's point right here. Right, Sabonis Series 1 Top Shot debut, ridiculously undervalued in comparison to the rest of the All-Star market. I think it probably has something to do with him being in Indiana, and people just aren't watching those games, except for my man John. Look at it. Prior 4 games, 105 points, 59 boards, and 40 assists. Yeah, he's the stat stuffer right now. But anyways, but then John wild out and compared him to Russ, Oscar, and Wilt. Okay, let's all take a deep breath. We're not going to – I love Sabonis more than most, but John, we cannot put him in the same category as Wilt Chamberlain. Or even Russ. We can't do that yet, John. Oh, we got multiple Pacers fans in here? Guys, the morning marketplace does well in Indiana. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. I don't really want to talk about anything else of this game. Arguably, we've talked more about this game than we should. Hawks Wiz. This is where it gets fun. Hawks 125, Wizards 124. Russ, man, 28, 21, and 13. Also, Kyle Carley, Indy too. Damn, there are more Indy fans in this show than I've ever seen in one place in my life. All right, that's not fair. That's not fair to Indy. You guys like basketball. All right, let's look at my man Russ God, West God, whatever you want to say. Again, 28 points, 21 assists, 13 boards. Just a monster, absolute monster. It sucks that it came in a loss. I feel like that would have been more fun. Like I was watching Scott Brooks get interviewed after the game talking about it. And it's like, this kind of sucks, right? You just lost the game. You're in playoff contention. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't feel like it sucks and he's just happy to talk about Russ. It just would have been more enjoyable in a win. But his throwdown staying at 158, right? And man, I love this. This was probably my favorite throwdown. I really like that one. I really like that slow-mo dunk is just so sick. Really like that one. Hey guys, I know I'm seeing a lot of questions about the throwdowns. Like, should I buy? Should I sell? Oh wait, that's my man Ernest. What's up, Ernest? I'm gonna go exclusively, extensively. I don't know. We're gonna dive into throwdowns right after we recap the games. There's not too many games. But Caleb Martin is in the challenge, I believe. So you do got to move off that Caleb Martin, I think, if you're not long-term hold. But I got to look at the rest of them first to get a better feel. More things here. Rui had 20, but this was also, remember, Bradley Beal was out. But Rui's been, he's been balling. He's been doing so. I'm higher on Rui than I was, say, like 2 months ago. I wasn't too impressed by Rui, but he's actually showing some ceiling here. Where'd that debut? I was just looking at 185. His rising star at 150. The thing I like about his Top Shot debut is it is Series 1. It goes back to that thing, right? His rookie debut is at 2K. But yeah, Rui, I like him. But on the Atlanta side of things, we had a lot of fun stats. So we had John Collins had 28 and 8. Capella had 10 points, but 22 big-ass boards. Bogdanovich had 25, 5, and 4. And then Trae Young with the 36, 9, and 6. So Trae Young is back. Let's start with Trae Young for a second. And I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited for the playoffs. I'm so excited for the playoffs because we're getting Atlanta hot. They look like they're going to be good, but then we're even seeing the Wizards, like, without Beal, contend with the Hawks. Like, I think, Steve likes to call the East the Church League, which, probably true, but I just think we're going to get some real competitive games. I'm very excited about this. All right. There we go. I'm just going to share this without answering it just because Sawyer immediately was like validated. And I think that's the kind of chat that we have here, right? Aaron Bones says, decided to wait till this morning to open the throwdown pack, not the way I started my morning. Aaron, did you say that in the Discord too? And you got that Terrence Davis, right? What's up, Joe? You get the Terrence Davis. All right. So let's look at Trae. Instant bucket, Trae Young. That 15K, man, it's down to $14. I feel like I got to say this now, right? I'm going to remove the screen for a second. Let's talk about this now. As we're going over some of these prices, I know like people are accounting for, or we're like, hey, I think in the playoffs, we're going to see a bump. I think I am now pumping the brakes on that. And I don't know, maybe we've already incorporated the bump and we're not going to, like, maybe we're already aware of it. With these Top Shot, especially Series 1, especially these debut moments, I think I think I'm pumping the brakes. So as I go over these and be like, oh, this is as a deep threat would say, dare I say, too cheap. I think now I might wait a little bit longer because I feel like we might see a little bit more of a dip. So as I say those things, right? Like, ooh, good deal, good deal. Just keep in mind, like maybe monitor it a little bit more. And then if we see it to start to go up again, sure, you can snag it. But and that takes insane discipline that I truly don't have. I was talking about this in the Discord this morning. There are like 4 or 5 moments that I saw that I was like, oh, I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to get this. But you gotta preach patience, baby. Patience. Vincent said this too, like we're all getting a little bit sharper, right? So the market is much more knowledgeable than 2 months ago. And I think a lot is priced in, right? Because you're seeing more content around it, right? You're seeing people like own the moment ranks. I just want to keep saying moment stuff. First mint, team hold. But you're seeing, actually, we're not providing content that's insightful, but you're seeing a lot more content. So we're all getting a little bit sharper. There we go. Deep threat. Someone say too cheap. But going back to that, it reminds me of like fantasy sports a little bit and like daily fantasy, where you constantly, the game's constantly evolving because everyone's getting a little bit sharper, a little bit smarter. So to be different, you have to find different ways. And so yeah, so that's what I think. I think I'm pumping the brakes a little bit on scooping some stuff. Ruben says a bigger dip is coming, saving my dapper for now. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I think I'm at right now. Is it knowledgeable to sell rares for half of the price of the pack? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless you're just trying to get some liquid back right away. All right, here we go. Team hold is salivating at some of these prices, and it does get hard not to pull the trigger. Hell yeah. All right, let's get the stream back up. Okay, so now we're talking about Trae Young. We're back to Trae. I just wanted to look at that debut at 460. So we are now sub 5. We are sub 5 hundo on my man Trae. I'm excited for Trae in the playoffs. I am. The hate on Trae has gone so far that I'm now a fan. Like I was out on Trae Young. I wasn't even out on Trae Young. I was out on the Atlanta Hawks organization for being stupid and taking Trae over Luka. So I blamed them more than anything else. But it's now gone so far that I'm rooting for Trae. I want Atlanta. That Atlanta Knicks series, I'm very excited about. Very excited about him. So anyways, that's Trae. Too cheap, as we would say. I want to look at Bogdanovich because I like him, and he's still been balling. I think my favorite thing about him is, we thought maybe his numbers were a little bit inflated because Trae was out and missed some time, but that's not true. He is still putting up numbers, and I'm very excited about him. I like him a lot as a player. And he really is cheap, right? So his Top Shot debut with the Kings is now down to 70. We see this continue to go down. $4 for that 35K moment. His cool cat is down to $10. I've got this bad boy right here. So maybe that's part of the reason why I like Bogdanovich. Actually, I like Bogdanovich because he's won me money on DFS, and so I always root for him. I also wanted to pull up John Collins too, because he's someone who I feel like at one point was priced too high, then he was priced too low. He seems to fluctuate quite a bit. But that Top Shot debut out of 4K is only $100. And John Collins is interesting long-term just because who knows where he's going to be, right? His contract's almost up. He's trying to get paid. He turned down the extension offer, I believe, from Atlanta in this past offseason. So clearly he wants to get that cheddar. And so is it going to be in Atlanta? Where's he going to go? So he's someone that's fun to continue to monitor, I think. That's where I'm at anyways with him. Vincent says, once that KD Seeing Stars gets down to 250, I'm on it. I hear you. All right, let's keep it moving. I'm not going to look at Capella, but just to reiterate, my man got 22 boards last night. 22 boards. In a disgusting game, the Grizzlies won 115-110 over the Pels. Mike with some insight. He's restricted, so I think he'll stay in Atlanta. Okay, thank you, Mike. There was nothing too exciting here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 18 and 6. I like him. I like him mainly because I like him way more than Eric Bledsoe. And if you think the Pels just cut Bledsoe at some point, and we think Lonzo's leaving, he's going to move into a starter's role. He's going to be playing alongside Zion and Ingram, a team that should put up a lot of points. He's a scorer. I don't know. I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and if you don't believe me, I'm scared to show all my activity here, but if you don't believe me right here, see this bad boy, 9. We purchased them today. Also, this Bradley Beal Seeing Stars is going to be given away on Wednesday. So get ready. Get ready. On the Grizz side of things, this is how bad that game was. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think, was the high scorer on the Pelicans with 18 points. Like, nobody even got to 20. It was a bunch of 15-point scores. On the Grizzlies side of thing, yeah, I'm with you, Chris. Chris, this actually, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, not a true point guard. I actually think that's better, though, because Zion's going to be the one playing point on that team. So he's just going to get buckets off of Zion. So I don't know. I might be too high on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but I really like him. On the Grizzlies side of things, actually, one more thing about Nickeil. What I like about him the most, I think, is you can get his debut moment for like $8 or $9. So it's not like a huge investment. It's not a huge risk. And if he pops, he pops. And if he doesn't, he probably stays around there and you have his debut. That's where I'm at. Jonas Valanciunas, 20 points, 11 boards, Mr. Double-Double himself. Ja had one of his weird Ja games where Joker Rocky talked to us about Ja in the chat. 12 and 12. Triple J's back, 12, 7 and 4. Dylan Brooks, 23 points. Just nothing very too exciting. But out of all of those, let's look at Triple J now that he's back. We're excited. I'm just happy he's playing basketball, and he's still got to kick some of the dust off. But yeah, we need to look at his first moment. First moment down to 170. That bad boy was in the 400s for a little while. I like it. Sorry, I need some more caffeine. But I do. I like that Triple J. A lot of people asking about the showcase money. Yeah, sound off in the chat if you get that dapper stimmy. I get that 20. Frank, it's good that you're here. That's what I'll tell you. It's nice. It's always nice when you're here. That's the good vibe you're getting this morning. Also, a reminder, listen, we gotta check the likes here. What's going on? Are we liking the stream, guys? Because we need to get more eyeballs up in here. We are under 50%. Everybody like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Joker Rock. Triple J still getting his legs under him. Totally. I'm excited for him, though. I really like the Grizzlies are so much fun when they're at full strength like that. So I do like Triple J. All right, let's keep it moving because that game, we only got a couple games left. Spurs, 146, dropped 146 on the Milwaukee Bucks with who scored 125. Giannis, 28, 4 and 3. It's so funny that that's not even notable anymore. Like Giannis had 28 points, but he only had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Pretty bad game, huh? Middleton, 23 and 7 and 5. DeRozan got 23 and 3. Big body Keldon Johnson, 20 and 7, and then DeJounte Murray, 21, 9 and 6. We haven't pulled up DeJounte Murray in a while, so let's do that. I feel like since I stopped talking about him, maybe his price has gone up instead of it continuing to go down. Let's see what that debuts at. $79. Actually, I think it stayed at 79 for quite some time. Man, is Dominic in the chat today? Because we're talking about your Spurs. That was a pretty big win for them. Especially with, the Kings breathing down their neck a little bit. Like the Spurs this is a big win. The Spurs are going to be in the playoffs. So they are going to secure that 10 seed, it looks like. Let's look at DeRozan's first moment too, right? Because DeRozan, that first moment is what? His revenge game against the Raptors, his first game back after becoming a Spur. It's a big time throwdown. Bangs it on him. 127 for that Top Shot debut. Let's see it banging on him one more time. Right on the Boucher. We like that one. Beamer says, almost woke all the kids in the house yesterday when I saw the Grizz logo on the pole. Before I could even shout, I see Tillman dunking, and it was like being dumped on prom night. That is brutal. That is brutal. I remember that happened with, I think it was the Rising Stars. Someone was opening up a Rising Stars pack, and we see the Warriors logo, and it's like James Wiseman, and it's like Michael Mulder. Just Michael Mulder. Anyways, but there we go. That's that game. I don't even want to look at anybody on the Spurs, but let's talk about the Warriors beating the Jazz last night. Let's go. Granted, no Donovan Mitchell, so keep that in mind, but still it's fun. I want to share, there was a funny tweet that I saw this morning. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So it said Jordan Clarkson this is from Tim Reynolds. Jordan Clarkson came off the Utah bench and took 33 shots tonight. The only time in the last 45 years when a reserve took more shots in a game was February 13th, 2019, when Jordan Clarkson took 34 shots for Cleveland. Just love it. Jordan Clarkson get in there and chucks, just absolutely chucks. But yeah, looking at that game, right? Bogdanovich had 27, Clarkson 41, 41 points, went 16 for 33. I got to tell, I'm a full disclosure. I don't love Jordan Clarkson. That's not, I'm not super fun for me. Not fun for me. But anyways, here we go. Let's look at those moments. So we got a $4.35K. His debut, I'm not actually surprised his debut is this expensive. I guess because it's not a 1,500, but for 195, like you're taking Jordan Clarkson over DeJounte Murray. Like in what world? In what world is that happening? But I don't know. Maybe we're baking in that like, oh, it's a big deal that he got the 6-man. I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, Jordan Clarkson burying the lead, though. Curry with 36, Green 12 and 10. And then my man Jordan Poole with 20 off the bench. But what's exciting about this is a potential first-round matchup, right? Potential first-round matchup, and the Warriors took it to him. They absolutely took it to him. So I don't know. I'm very excited for the playoffs, if you can't tell. I'm excited for the playoffs. So Steph's 35K moment, all the way down to 14. You get a little shimmy in it, too. You get a little shimmy. You tell me $14 for a shimmy? Hell yeah. A logo 3? Give it to me, Steph. Yeah. That's a fun moment. That's a good $14 moment. Top Shot debut out of 1,000. You know, just a cool $5,000, a cool 5K. That 3-pointers at 163. The Series 2 15K assists is at 61. Excuse me. Another 35K LE is at $20. What's his All-Star? His All-Star at 650. So that's kind of saying right there. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the playoffs. Oh, that's true. No Conley either. Good point, John. Good point by you, John. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still excited. I think that the Warriors can take at least 2 games from them. That's my prediction. They lose in 6 if they get the Jazz. All right, let's keep it moving. One more game. Actually, let's look at Jordan Poole too, just because I want to look at my man with the short shorts. Jordan Poole, $6 Top Shot debut out of 12K. Let's see it. Up and under. There we go. Look at yeah. And Nico Mannion's in there, Sawyer. You see that? Nico Mannion sighting. We the people. I'm not buying shit. I bought enough of the dip. All right, let's keep going. It's going to be a cool $10. Man, the chat is depressed this morning. You guys bottled up the energy that I brought to the show yesterday morning and put it in the chat today. Everybody's riding that muscle relaxer fog. Got that. Yeah. Wolf Warren says pass on the throwdown, saving dapper balance. Got that hot $20 though. Good for you, man. Here we go. I didn't see Mannion, just a white blur. Love it. All right. Last game of the night. We have the Portland Blazers, Trail Blazers, 140. The Rockets, 129. The only thing we're going to talk about from the Rockets is the guy that I pulled yesterday in the throwdown, and that's KMJ, Kenyon Martin Jr. So this is staying at 115. I actually think this is a nice dunk, but what I'm interested in is, so if this wasn't his Top Shot debut, where do we think this would be priced, right? This would probably be right like a little sub 100, I think. But because it's a Top Shot debut, it's also rookie moments, right? It's also these rookie badges. So, but yeah, 115. I got to tell you, I got like we're going to look at, I'll show you my pack from yesterday in case you weren't watching the live stream. So these are the 2 moments that I bought. But we got Rashawn Holmes. We packed a LaMelo, a Bam, Kenyon Martin Jr. Look at this Lauri Markkanen cereal. And then hot garbage, Semi Ojeleye, which I'm not. God, I hate the Celtics so much right now. Oh, I didn't even notice. I get to the 200 moments total. So sweet. So sweet. Wait, Matthew Loftus with breaking news. Just bought the number 14, 413 Throwdown for 200. Hell yeah. Martin, I saw you put this in there earlier, right? So that's why I said I was down on throwdowns. I'm feeling positive still long-term. Rohan was in the Discord last night answering questions with some good info. By the way, like the stream. Hell yeah, Martin. Shout out, Martin. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, right? I don't think there's I know we're depressed about the market right now, but I don't think there's any surprise, right? I mean, we knew that this was going to be, I actually honestly thought the throwdowns were going to be a little bit like, I think I was assuming the lowest would be around 100. But it wasn't shocking. We knew there was going to be less value in these than in on this, but anyways, okay. Man. All right. Dick Chuck says late on this, but how about we let Portsy pick tomorrow night drink, celebrating that moment he or she donated. Yeah, that's true. Dick. Yeah. Portsy, you want to pick the drink of choice tomorrow? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. Okay. On the Portland side of things, we had a bunch of people with points because the Rockets didn't play defense last night. Norman Powell at 28-6, Nurkic 22-6, Dame 34-9-6, CJ 28-7. Just everybody went off. I don't know. Who should we look up first? Should we look up Dame? With the market dipping, I'm curious what that Dame debut moment is right now. Let's see. Dame debut. Blazers feel like they're one and done in the playoffs, right? Oh, the car moment. No, wait. The car moment's down to $11. It's got a car in it, baby. Are you kidding? Oh, Portsy has spoken. It's whiskey. Here we go. Love it. Love this. Love this moment. Love this moment. All right. And then I just wanted to look at the debut, 950. So this is actually pretty, this is holding for the most part. What's holding? Greetings from H-Town. Here we go. I'm a bot, by the way. Oh, man. Yeah. So anyways, that's the action from last night, right? That's the NBA action from last night. Let's go over to Own the Moment for a second. Shout out Own the Moment. I took a big L on Own the Moment last week by saying my Series 1 Jokic was going to go up the most. And I didn't watch last night because we were doing some stuff, but I imagine I did not win. But all right, here we go. Top gainers, Cody Zeller. Hey, shout out Cody. Danny Green, the Nurk Metallic Gold Series 1, JVs, Lace them up, and then Norman Powell's Metallic Gold. And the losers, a lot of hustle and show. Start to finish. So let's actually look at the challenges first. Let's go back to, before we go into the throwdowns, let's look at, let's view some expired challenges. So I want to go to the hustle and show one. Are they in order? No, I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. So 7,100 people completed this bad boy. 7,100 completed it. Sorry if I'm having weird Wi-Fi stuff. Am I? No, it doesn't looks like we're okay. It looks like I'm still looking fresh. So yeah, Sadiq Bey and RJ Hampton. So it makes sense, right? What I appreciate right now is now that the challenge is over, all these prices make sense. That the Sadiq Bey and the RJ Hamptons with 2 rookies, they've got some badges. Those are priced where they're supposed to be. Rudy Gobert right behind them. So this at least makes sense to me. But yeah, look at that steep drop off right there, right? Steep drop off. All right, let's go back. We'll check out the throwdowns challenge and see what that looks like. Ooh, whoa, did I really? I finished a close second. Interesting. Thank you, Liam, for letting me know. I also saw they had NBL on the show last night, so I am excited to catch up on that. Talk about, like, they did that right, because if you had me on after NBL, what a drop off. What a disappointment. You got to build up to your guests, right? So you start with me and then you get to NBL. It's like I'm an opener. This makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's look at these throwdowns. Let's look at this throwdown challenge. Right now, for $1,000, you can complete this challenge. Only 56 completed so far. The AE is the most expensive. Look at this difference, man. Anthony Edwards, 296, and then bang, down to 100. A lot of sub-hundreds. That's interesting, too. See, what I'm surprised by, I thought this John Collins would be a little bit more. The John Collins dunk is nice. Like, I thought that was going to be a little bit more. Same thing with Rui. And to see these at this price in the challenge is pretty alarming. Like the beef stew, sure. Xavier Tillman, I get it. Jeff Green, Caleb Martin, sure. All these make sense to me. But from Kevin Porter Jr. up, I thought that price was going to be a little bit higher. Also, shout out Kevin right here. Good morning. The only throwdown, I got a Caribou coffee this morning. Hell yeah. Yeah, I get it. So the people that got, I'm gonna go full screen for a little bit. So let's get interactive. The people who got throwdowns yesterday, where are you at? So like whether, and let's exclude people who pulled Anthony Edwards, Ja, and Zion. Everybody else though, is your plan to move off of these when it's in the challenge, or if it's in the challenge now, are you planning to move off? And what was your thought process during the pack drop? Like when you get the pack, were you like, okay, can't wait to flip this to make some money? Were you like, depending on what I get, I'm holding? Borland says Robert Williams, 16-16, probably going to sell. Because I was trying to think, oh, here we go. Bruvs. Shout out Bruvs. Pulled the KMJ. I also pulled a KMJ yesterday. A lot of KMJs in the chat. So this whole chat got it, right? because I was trying to think like my thought process going in was I was most likely going to hold regardless because I was excited to get a rare moment. I realized too, like even though I've been in it since January, this was only the second rare drop that I hit. I got the Rising Stars and then this one. So I was like, oh no, I'm kind of excited to hold on to this. But I was looking at some of the moments and there definitely were some that I was going to flip. Like I wasn't going to be pumped about a Caleb Martin, but KJ Heel says, pull the bridge is going to reevaluate when his challenge opens. Hey, Satan Brandon Clark right there with the 666s. So yeah, I also may buy into other throwdown moments that will be in other throwdown challenges. That's a good point, Andrew. 1800. Wait, what was this chat? Bus says 1800 is great in my opinion. Yeah, it's funny, right? I think the 1800 was alarming because of how many moments were in this drop. Because at first I was like, well, the Rising Stars was out of 2021. So like, why are we freaking out? Because this is about 1800. But the Rising Stars was like, 15 moments or whatever it was. What's more than that? Like 18 or 20 moments. Where it felt like there was 400 in this drop, right? So yeah, I get it. Where's BEMAR? Just want to flip what I have now, get a throwdown moment I like. Oh, so that's a good point. So you want to just like move off of it to get a different throwdown, one that you're more excited about. Dan says holding until the challenge or just when it's profitable, no rush to sell. So, but Dan, was that your plan the entire time or because of the moment you got? Like, I'm curious how many people were just like excited to have the moment. Because this goes back to, and I'm not going to use the term rent seeking, but it goes back to like, I can't gauge how many people are excited to get moments to hold. And I get we want to be profitable and we want to move off stuff, but like if you saw that the moment was profitable, would you still hold on to it? Or are you only holding on to L's because you don't want to take the L? Rocket Silas, who's willing to trade their KJ Martin for De'Aaron Fox? Interesting. A lot of KMJs in the chat, so keep that in mind. Noah says, pull the Sumner. Probably hold them for a while until most are sold off so I can name my own price. Ooh, I like that. Naz Reid moments just okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm not excited, but I think I'm going to hold. It's my only rare. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, right? Like how many people like Jack Loud, I'm excited to have a rare card, but I would sell KJ if he was profitable. Okay. I just want to get my first rare pack to get baller status points. We'll be flipping to throwdown and using rest for tickets. Okay. Yeah. More excited about the low serial LeBron I pulled. If it was one I liked, I would have held. Don't want to take the L, going to hold Sumner. Yeah. People might hold more. Okay. Yeah. This is all good points. Yeah. I'm just so intrigued by people's strategy when it comes to this. And I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to do. I mean, I'm sure there are some wrong ways, right? But yeah, Portsy with another good point too, right? Hold for that bump in the collector score. Yeah, I forgot, right? That's like now a part of our everyday collecting. Joker Rock, my plan on any big drop is to get or trade into a Grizz moment. I know I'm boring. No, that means you're a fan. You love the Grizz. People only want to hold certain players like talking Zion. So if it's not what they land on a pack, they'll move off even at a loss and build dapper for their next move. All right. I kind of like, for me, I don't know. I got excited. And again, I was lucky with my pull in the sense that I got someone who like the Kenyon Martin Jr. It's a cool dunk. It's got all those badges. Like I'm just kind of excited to expand my collection a little bit more. And I really like collecting these debut moments. I think that's a lot of fun. But I totally get, right? Like if I had gotten a Sumner, if I had gotten a Naz Reid, I probably would be tempted to move off it. But at the same time, after just dropping 150, I don't know if I'm trying to crawl back to even. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, everybody handles it differently. That's just kind of like my initial reaction to that stuff. And I'm thankful. I'm excited actually to see what like, yeah, ePortsy. There we go. You guys see negative EV. I see trade tickets, baby. But yeah, so there's a bunch of ways to look at it. I think, ultimately, every time we open up a pack, especially in a rare pack, when we know there's Jaws and Zions and who am I playing? Like Russ's moment was pretty sick. Like when we're seeing that, and then our first pull, we see like the Grizz logo and it's Xavier Tillman, to use that example from before. I totally get being like, oh, this sucks. Because you saw Grizz, you expected Ja, you got Tillman, right? Like totally get that. But at the same time, right? Like it's allowing you to get a rare moment. It's a lot like, so that does boost the collector score. It's a like that's badges or whatever. I just think there's more value in there than people think, right? That they're immediately being like, oh, this is an L. And it might seem like an L on the market right away. And who knows? Who knows? It's tough to gauge these things while we're in this dip that we're in right now, too. All right. I'm seeing some questions about some of the specific throwdowns. So let's look at them right now. Let's look at my man, Baze. Shout out the Thunder. Oh, I was trying to think. There were a couple of guys on the Thunder. There's somebody, Poku's on there. There's SGA who's like injured, right? They also have Theo Maladon, and then there's just got him. Listen, PJ didn't play last night. The Thunder didn't play last night. We needed to work one of those in, you know? All right, let's look at the Baze throwdown. Let me add this back to the stream. Let's take a look. This is nice. He crosses up. Hey, Sawyer, you in that chat, Sawyer? Just absolutely crosses up Nico. This is Nico's first moment, Sawyer. This is first moment. See, I like this dunk, and I like Bazley, but you're seeing it at 69. Nice. And I get it. There's like, what the hell? You just spent 150, and it's 69. Like, not nice, IMO. Not nice. But anyways, here we go. The nose, baby. The nose. Ruben says, maybe it has value in the future, but I don't like holding players I don't like. Rather take a tiny L and buy something I like. I totally get that too, right? Like if this is an opportunity for you to use that liquid to go get somebody else, I totally get it. So let's look at some of these other throwdown moments that are Nico's Top Shot debut. There it is right there. Yeah, I'm seeing some questions about JRUE, DeAndre. Let's take a look at them. Here we go. So Wiseman's going for, let's actually look by crappiest to not crappiest. Also, hey, we haven't said this in a while. You guys, you got to like the stream. Go like the stream. Bang, 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 bang. Do it. All right. So we're seeing Jackson Hayes at 69. Nice. This was a good dunk too, but it is Jackson Hayes, who I'm not super pumped about. But it is a nice dunk. You are going to get highlights from Jackson Hayes. I just don't know if you're going to get dubs from Jackson Hayes. We looked at Bazley, Montrezl, Caruso, Sumner. So that's where we're seeing the floor for some of these, right? Right around the 69, 70. Terrence Davis, Mitsu Barton, Nurks at 71. Wow, Mo Bamba, Caleb Martin. See, this is wild. Like people are just setting the floor and they're like, fuck it. You know, I just don't understand it. Like you get the Boucher. I like Boucher. And Aaron Gordon at 74, Mitch at 75. I mean, I get it. They're not like the sexiest moments. Robert Williams, Jeff Green. I forget who we were supposed to be looking. Oh, DeAndre Ayton. We'll look at DeAndre Ayton. 78. Oh, I do like that. It's funny. This is such a big man's dunk, right? Where you just like use the rim as almost as your own pick on the defender. Yeah. I like it. Ryan says the Top Shot learning curve is a little steep. It could also be new users coming into TS during a bear market, not fully understand the market dynamics causing the price dips. Yeah, that's true too. Matthew, the JJ Redick stand by when people are fearful, sell when they're greedy, and right now it's fear. It's true. All right, let's keep it moving off of DeAndre Ayton. I wanted to Jrue Holiday was one people wanted to see, right? The Jrue, where's he at? Xavier Tillman being more expensive than these guys. The world we live in. Beef stew ready. All right, Jrue Holiday at 94. Let's see Jrue. Just right down the pipe. Bang. You know what's funny? This doesn't look like it's going to be a nice dunk, but he just keeps extending, right? Just keeps extending. Too cheap, Kershaw. All right, let's look at the Paul George one too. I saw a question about PG. Pandemic Paul. Where's that one at? That's Jrue. KPJ. Wow, so KPJ's at 98. Man, I like Kevin Porter Jr. I've been eyeing his Top Shot debut for a while now. All right, Paul George is at 105. I just want to see. Wow, and then it goes to Martin, Wiseman, Kawhi. All right, let's look at the PG one. Nice little cross. Oh, bangs it on beef stew. Bangs it on beef stew. I love it. I love it. ePorty says, people still view this as a lottery of sorts, so they'll likely always buy a 149 pack and sell for less if they don't hit. Same people who buy hundreds of dollars worth of lottery tickets for nothing. Hey, you know what? That's a great point. And up until recently, that's been the case, right? Where it has been. If you hit a pack, you immediately ship it. So now we're seeing that's not the case. So it'll be cute. Hey, Mike. There we go. We're gonna ask a little fun. Hey, Mike. Asking for a friend. With the state of the current marketplace, who's chomping at the bit to drop 1K in a legendary pack right now? Frank, thanks for asking. Yeah, I am so intrigued to see what the next legendary pack drop is going to be, right? So we have the Holo Icon coming, and we believe it's going to be before the playoffs start, right? I don't think they'd want to do it in the playoffs. So that means next week, because the playing games start the 17th. Is that right? Or something like that. The playoffs, we've got like 5 games left in the regular season. So we're going to see the Holo drop before the playoffs, I believe. It's $999. How many people do we think line up for it? Assuming that it's still like what they want, 25, 30% to be eligible for it. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to line up. I'm still going to line up. But before, right, like even when we saw, we do need sad piano background for that. But even when we saw the last pack drop, right, the last legendary, and I'm going to use Dustin as an example because he and Mario opened up a straight Oscar the Grouch pack where you had Josh Jackson as your legendary, and then you get 3 metallic golds, and he got 2 Dragic's and a DeAndre Jordan. And I got to say, that's pretty bad. Like, that's a bad pack. Out of all the things you could get, I mean, the only thing that would have been worse is if it was maybe like 3 Goran Dragic's. So that still made money. They still, like, I think they still 2x on that. And they moved off of most of those moments, and they still 2x. So I don't know. And I guess, have they announced what moments are in that Holo yet? Because I think that could be part of it as well. Like if the moments are a little bit more exciting. It's still a legendary, right? If it's still a legendary moment, and that matters for collector score quite a bit, right? We saw that's worth like 1,000 points or something like that, or maybe 2,000. I can't remember what it is. And Matthew's saying the floor on the legendary moments are under 1K right now, so I don't know. LOL. But you all are also getting 3 metallic gold, so I feel like it's going to be much easier to break even on those packs, just because you're getting 10 moments, you're getting 1 legendary and 3 rares. But yeah, I'm with you. Holo Caleb Martin and Cody Martin still buying. This is the point right here. Hold the pack. That's probably the way to go, Ziggy. Listen, if you don't have a daily show, and if you're not doing content 7 days a week, pretty much, yeah, hold the pack. Unfortunately, I got to open this shit. Yeah, I'm with you, Dan, and I'm with you, Chris, who said I'll buy any pack I can. This is still super early. Yeah, I'm still lining up. But I do understand the pause now, right? Like before there was no pause. Before it was like, take my money, please God. Here's $999. Take it. But now I'm sweating it a little bit more. And that was the combo I was having with Dustin last time. I was like, dude, it's fine. Like, you're still going to be able, like, if you hate this Josh Jackson moment, you can still get off it and get your money back. But I do think now it's a little bit scarier. I get the pause for concern a little bit more. I do, but I'm still lining up. I'm telling you that right now, still lining up. But I'll be very interested to see how many people line up. Like, of the ones that are eligible, I want to know, like, right, because 150K were eligible last night, and I think it was only like 120K lined up, but that might be wrong. That was as of when we stopped streaming yesterday, so that might be wrong. But I will be excited. Jason says it's a bit annoying because you keep thinking we have reached the bottom of the market, but it continues to get lower and lower. So that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. We've said this before, and it's usually like trying to guess the top and guess the bottom. And it's just really impossible to do that. It is impossible to do that, to nail the bottom. It's impossible to nail the bottom. So I think you have to, you know, we were talking about like building up a dapper so you're ready to scoop things in the offseason if we think it's going to continue to go down. I just don't, I don't know, like, I don't know when it stops going down, which isn't a fun thing to say out loud, right? But I don't know. I don't know when it levels out a little bit. You know, we were saying the playoffs, but now I think I'm more inclined to believe, that when marketing is like really turned on, when they go after it. I want to bring up Greg Dunbar's example again, where he was like, imagine how sick it is, right? Where you're watching a playoff game and Steph Curry crosses up Conley and then hits a step back three to send a game into overtime. And then it cuts to commercial and you have the Top Shot like box, the Top Shot moment around Curry doing that exact play that just happened. And it's like, get this moment on Top Shot. Right? Like then I would imagine we see just like a surge, right? So, and I don't know if that's going to happen in the playoffs. There's speculation that it's going to happen in the playoffs, but I think when that I'm more of a believer that when that happens, that's when we see stuff kind of bump up a little bit versus like once we get to the playoffs, once the run it back pack comes, once Jordan comes on, like I'm more inclined to believe that it's going to be, I don't know, that it's going to be when they're like advertising it, when they're saying like, hey, this is a successful thing. Come join. Daniel says the pause for concern is overall a good, healthy thing for the market, as I'm sure we all realize deep down. Yeah. And it's, I mean, we all knew, we said this multiple times. It was unsustainable for us to continue to 5Xing every time we opened a damn thing. Like we knew that those days were going to come, but it's just more fun when that happens, right? It's just more fun when that happens. All right. I'm behind on the chat. What else we get? Yeah. Yeah, if they can't get out of beta, they can't market it. You're right. Market is a bikini bottom. Nice, baby. Wait, what's the collector score requirement for legendary? I'm thinking 1,000 plus. Yeah, that is a good question. I am curious what that'll be. I can't imagine it's much more than 1,000 though, right? Like I would think it's right around 1,000. That would be my guess. Yeah, and we're also still waiting for hardcore too. I know, but like, yeah. When is that coming? I know they're doing like some private tests, whatever. All right, let me catch back up. Where might not be until next year, but it will be fire. Yeah, when that comes, right? The bottom constant movement makes the decision to hold moments more difficult. You get a rare moment, that's okay, but not great. And if you hold that too long, the value keeps going down. Yeah, but again, and listen, not financial advice. You do whatever feels good in your heart. But if it all depends on like what your strategy was. Like, I guess if you went into the pack drop knowing you were going to move off of this 100% no matter what, then yeah, that does suck. But I think if you are like thinking a little bit more long-term about what this looks like a year, 3 years, 5 years from now, you know, you have to have that lens with it. Unless your entire strategy and plan was to just buy and flip. Because then this sucks. This is hard right now. This is hard to do it because you're losing money. And honestly, this type of, and I'm not saying this is what you're doing, Design Mind, but I'm saying this type of move in the market right now is actively combating against that philosophy of like buy, flip, buy, flip, buy, flip. So I guess like, I don't know. I think long-term, this is still a good thing, but it's, you know, you gotta have those diamond hands. Westbrook breaking an all-time record yesterday and his moment not going up in value isn't ideal. Yeah, I hear you. I thought it was going to bump up a little bit. I just wonder if people are just kind of done with the Westbrook triple-double thing. I don't know. We're going to talk more about this, by the way, tonight on that 89 Cavs podcast. We're going to be talking about the West God for a little bit. So please tune into that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun tonight. There we go, bro. You're a rising star. I think I'm still a rook, man. I think I'm still a rook. Let's check this out. Yeah, I'm still a rook. I need those points, baby. Give me those points. All right, here we go. Phil Barrett says, my account is very small, but top 2% means the top 1%, Top Shot themselves, have control of the market, in my honest opinion. This drop is before the playoffs, so if it's cheap for their potential playoff new users. Yeah, that's a great point, too. Top Shot should only release packs with plus EV is so tiring. Tilton, all of those things. I agree. I know, right? I believe there's no Westbrook, right? I mean, there's definitely a Westbrook, but that there's no description. Oh my God, no description. but that, I don't think that is, I think that's something they can go in and fix, right? That's not one of those misprint things. Yeah. CT says, how spoiled are we if we get bored of the triple doubles with 2020 and 20? Ooh, excuse me. No, I'm with you. I think we were, after him winning that MVP and then in retrospect being like, should he have won that MVP though? I think the way he was getting his triple doubles are very different than the way he's getting them. The way he was doing it in OKC is very different than the way he's doing it in Washington. I'm a fan of what he's doing right now. I'm excited to see him in the playoffs. But I love it. Yeah, I like this. Eports is right. No description needed, baby. You see this dunk? You know what it is. It's a goddamn dunk. I'm with you. I wonder if they'll talk about it in the next office hours. Antoine saying, I'm kind of hoping I don't qualify for the legendary. I bought $9 packs with more value than last night drop. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I actually saw a lot of that in the Discord and on Twitter being like pumped with my rebound pack more than my rare pack. I get it. I get it. Brody just different. Russ. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you now. I'm with you now in the Russ respect. What he's doing this year is pretty cool. I'm excited. Liam says, expecting a bit of positive news from Dapper this week. Cool Cat Showcase Challenge announcement and some legendary pack also news. Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. I'm down with more positive news. Yeah, we need Russ is entering that category of crazy undervalue, right? First ballot Hall of Famer. Do we ever see Russ do something in the playoffs again, though, that's meaningful? I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see them in the play-in game, but assuming they just get absolutely smoked in the first round. Maybe they give them a little bit of hell. I don't know. It depends how healthy the Nets are. Yeah, and you're right. That triple double record is going to be there for a long time. You're right there. It's going to be there for a long time. All right, hey, I'm gonna hang around for like 10, 15 more minutes. So fire in some questions if you got them. I'm gonna go over some business though while you get those questions in. If you haven't liked the stream yet, you gotta like the stream. You just got it. You got to do it legally. You're required. So please do that. Also join the Discord. You can see it in the show notes. Follow us on Twitter. Like get involved in all of that stuff. We had a lot of fun going on in there. We've got a show tonight, the 89 Cavs. We're gonna be doing some NBA basketball podcasting. But again, no Top Shot Talk tonight. Tomorrow we get a big show. And if you're tuning in for the first time, you haven't been paying attention to us, we get a big show tomorrow night, and I'm going to share the tweet so you can see it. Let's blow it up a little bit too so we can get it in full view. Here we go. So we're doing a big giveaway. Shout out ePortsy, who's been in the chat. He dropped a Zion Rare in our inbox. We're going to be giving that away. This is all you got to do. All right. So be at our show on Wednesday night. You got to follow us on Twitter and you got to retweet this bad boy and subscribe. You do that, you're entered into the Zion giveaway. But because we're cool like that, and that's only one winner, we're going to be giving away some scene stars. We're going to be giving away a Cool Cat. We're going to be giving away a Hustle and Show. We got a lot of fun stuff happening Wednesday night, and it's going to be 8:30 Eastern. 8:30 Eastern, okay? So do all those things. Hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let me catch up on the questions now. Good morning. Back in the office today. Damn, this sucks. Been working at home for over a year. Wow, back in the office, Mike. All right, well, keep those headphones in because you never know when you guys get wild in the chat and I share stuff without reading it, you know? Glenn, average triple doubles 4 straight year. No other player will do that again. You're totally right. And Phil says, today is on pace to have the most buyers in the market since March 9th. I would imagine, right? Like, I think anybody that's bullish on the platform, seeing all the prices like this are wiling out. And that is the flip side of this. Like, if you've maintained bullish status and you're seeing all these moments that you've been eyeing probably for a while, and you're seeing that they're now dipping, you get to go in there and get some of that shit, you know? Slice, I'll do account evals on Friday. We're going to do those on Friday. Ziggy says, Tops burned to mint day. You doing wax this week? Greg is going to be doing wax. I don't know what day it is. I'm going to double check with him. I know we did it Wednesday last week, so maybe he runs it after our show, but I'm sure we'll get some wax up in there. Thoughts on, let's look at what's the Vince moment at right now, Jason? Let's look at that Vince moment. Here we go. Ions. Vince moment is now, wow, down to 1,300. Really? That's getting in sniping range for me. That's getting in sniping range for me. His last bucket. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Andrew says, thoughts on what to do with Anthony Edwards throwdown, price inflated being in the challenge. I mean, are you trying to move off it, Andrew? Like, what's your goal here? I don't know. I feel like if I hit the Anthony Edwards, I'm hanging on, right? Hanging on to the Anthony Edwards, I think. Oh, you deep threat doing it for the people. He's doing it for the people here.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Hell yeah. Look at that PJ back at 131. Rookie debut 764. Shout out my man PJ. Antoine, fantastic show, by the way. I knew something was funky when I was in line at 77,000 when there was only 75,000 packs and still got it. Wasn't even close. Had to be at least 1,500 more. Yeah, Antoine, I also think there was a lot of people who wanted a rebound pack, but not the rare pack. So they might have gotten in line, then got out of line and back in line, something like that. But you're right. Did you hear about the UFC fan tokens get access to the UFC? Yeah, I heard about the fan tokens, but I actually wasn't too pumped about that. And the reason I say that is when they made that announcement, I thought that was about UFC Strike. Like I thought it was happening. And then I was like, oh, this is something different. This is something different. Thoughts on TD Moem selling for 60 to 70 while currently in the challenge? I'm pretty surprised by that. I was pretty surprised by the throwdowns that are in the challenge, right? Because we saw that. I'll go back to the on the moment and pull this up, right? But I was surprised to see like Caleb Martin. I thought if they were in the challenge, they'd be at least in the $90 range. So seeing these is kind of surprising. Also, beef stew, baby. How you not scooping that stew? We love beef stew. CT says sell Edwards and buy post challenge. Yeah, I mean, you can totally do that. That's sharp. That's sharp. If you think it's going to go down. Who knows, though? Who knows? I mean, it probably does. It probably does. Eporty says I was 30K and ended like 16K away in the queue, so quite a few bailed. Oh yeah, shout out Kevin Davies, rock and a roll. He made the PJ drop. He made the Dort drop, and we get a third drop coming Wednesday night. So shout out rock and a roll, Kevin Davies. Yeah, Mike said, wait, did I miss that comment by Sawyer? Sawyer, where's that comment? Ooh, I'm going CP3 on that. The current player, anyways. CP3. That's where I'm going. Oh, gosh. What else? What else did I miss up in here? It's probably because that challenge reward is shit. I don't know. I was kind of excited about the Blake, but I get it. I mean, I'd take the Blake over Amadou Diallo, and I like Amadou Diallo, but Blake, I don't know, has a little bit more long-term value. IMO, as they say, as the kids say. All right, y'all, I think we're going to wrap there, right? We're right at an hour. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank everyone who tuned in yesterday but still came back today, because if yesterday you watched that show, the morning show, I think I would bail. I don't think I'd ever watch that content again. It was garbage yesterday. It took me hours to get out of that fog. Wow, Sawyer, normally I'm Team Sawyer. I disagree with this take. Chris Paul is going to go down as a better all-time player than Russ. I don't even think it's going to be close. And Russ has an MVP, and that's, oh man, I'm going to be talking about this tonight. But I think that's the wrongest since Jordan that an MVP has been given out, in my opinion. Bro says behind the stream, but was apprehensive about buying last legendary pack, and it turned into a LeBron 13 out of 99. Hell yeah, Bruffs. Anyways, all right, Sawyer, we can debate this in the Discord. But hey, guys, like the stream, follow us on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. All of that info is in the show notes. We'll be back tonight for 89 Cavs at 7:30 Eastern. Tomorrow, the morning marketplace is back, but we also have the big show where we're giving away a ton of stuff. So just make sure you're following us on Twitter to get all that info. And besides that, I mean, I think we run that PJ one more time. Let's get out of here.
PJ Washington.